What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's that time of the year again to swap out the winter wheel setup for the summer wheel setup. And I'll show you what I'm running right now for my winter wheels. Before we get into it, I'm Sep, a kart enthusiast making videos for kart enthusiasts like yourselves. So feel free to subscribe to get your weekly dose of YouTube kart content. These are a set of OEM STI wheels from the GR/GV generation, and they are wrapped in Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s. Now what I'm going to replace these wheels with are a set of 2015 to 2017 OEM STI BBS wheels. And I originally bought those wheels for my VBW RX, but now since I have the STI, those wheels are going onto this car. And there are a few reasons why I bought those BBS wheels in the first place. Firstly, they're made by BBS and they're forged, so the quality is going to be there. Secondly, they're fairly lightweight, so the performance is going to be there as well. And lastly, I think they look great. They have enough of an aggressive spoke design without being too showboaty like a lot of other aftermarket wheels are. Also, if you try to buy BBS wheels directly from BBS or from a third-party reseller, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. For the same performance, but for a quarter of the cost, you can buy a used set of OEM STI wheels, and it's gonna get the job done just as good. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I haven't seen a lot of coverage or videos or anything on social media of people putting on BBS STI wheels on the refreshed or facelifted V8 STI. So if you guys don't know, in 2018, Subaru refreshed the V8 STI with a revised front end and changed the OEM wheel from an 18-inch, which I have, to the 19-inch wheels. And essentially, I'm doing the reverse of that. I'm a fan of the 18-inch wheels. The 19-inch wheels look cool, but I still prefer an 18-inch wheel size on the STI. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they look in front of the acid green brake calipers that were implemented during the refresh. Now, I acknowledge that OEM wheels are going to have OEM fitment, which is going to look exactly like this. The wheels are going to be pretty inboard or inset from the fender. But I do have a solution. I'm going to be installing 20mm hub-centric spacers in addition to the BBS wheels, so we can get those wheels nice and flush with the fender. I think the spacers plus the wheels is going to make this car look so damn good. Anyways guys, enough of me talking. Let's go mount the spacers and the wheels, and I'll show you how it looks like at the very end. Alright, so for the installation, this isn't going to be a tutorial. It's fairly simple. If you know how to take off a wheel, you'll know how to put on a wheel spacer. I figured to just film it just for some extra content and to boost up the duration of the video entirely. But anyways, the one step that I did add in here was to clean the hub and rotor mating surface where the wheel spacer will attach to. I think it's just a good thing to do. Two different materials that are going to be attaching to each other, might as well clean in between before throwing on the spacer. So as you can see here, all you have to do is slide it on. There is a mixed opinion online whether spacers are bad or not. I think if they are hub-centric, they are fine. Hub-centric spacers are good because they lock the wheel perfectly to the center of your axle. Lug-centric spacers are the ones that I find to be super sketchy and dangerous because you're transferring the weight of your car directly to the lug nuts, which they weren't designed for whatsoever. So in my opinion, as long as you install the spacer properly, following all the torque specs by the manufacturer, the effect of the spacer will be the same as installing a lower offset wheel on your car. Some of you may be wondering what type of spacers I'm installing. So these spacers are actually from a company local in my city called Status Performance. I'll link them down below if you do live in the YYC area. These spacers have the exact same specifications as the Perrin wheel spacers. It's made out of billet aluminum T6061 and has a minimum 10.9 grade steel hardware. On top of that, what really sold me was the cost. These spacers for a set of 4 cost only $220 Canadian, whereas a full set of Perrin spacers would bring me above $500. So definitely a lot more budget friendly with these spacers. Also, I'm not sponsored, but I figured to support local rather than a big box brand like Perrin. Anyways, let's cut to some footage with the final result of the BBS wheels plus the 20mm spacers on my STI. Here is the final result, and as you guys can see, the car looks awesome. The BBS wheels do give off a Euro car type of vibe with the intricate spoke design, but it's also a clean design, especially with the gunmetal color. This color really is a dynamic color because it adds a depth to the wheel by naturally casting a shadow on the inner spokes, which highlights the face of the wheel a lot more. Talking about highlights, the acid green Brembos do add this neon glow stick effect, which draws in attention as well. Now let's talk about the styling changes thanks to the 20mm spacers. And as you can see, it has an almost perfect flush look. That wheel and tire is nearly flush to the front fender. There's actually probably 1 to 2 millimeters of poke, which brings out a wider stance in the car overall. Especially if you look at the rear end, as you can see here, it is flush, but that tiny bit of poke does add a wider look to the car. It just fills out the wheel wells more and really complements the front and rear fenders. As you follow the body lines from the top to the bottom, before, the wheels would really kill the wide body stance of the STI, but with these wheels, you can see that it really just draws that body line all the way through, continually down to the ground. Now, if I had to list one negative thing, it would be that I am now tempted to lower the car. With the wheels brought out toward the fender, the wheel gap is a little more pronounced, and seeing that gap disappear would make this car look 10 times better than it already does. But for now, I'm going to rock this OEM Plus look for the next little while and enjoy it before I slam the hell out of it and crack every single front lip that I install. Anyways, on that note, what do you guys think about this setup? Should I lower it? Does it look good? Does it look ugly? All opinions are welcome. Also share if you guys went OEM or decided to go aftermarket with your wheels on your WRX or STI. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.